Hello, welcome to another episode, guys, of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. And of course, I'm your host, Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Today, guys, I'm going to talk about a movie I checked out recently. I saw this years ago, and I always thought it was a really good movie. It's got a history of being edited and kind of cut really badly by like 20-30 minutes. It's got a great bunch of people that's worked behind the scenes with it also, and I think it's really interesting. I mean, the photography, everything in it, it blows me away every time. But I wanted to talk about it a little bit, kind of recommend it. Also got some other LASERDISCs to watch. One of these is a LASERDISC, and I have a DVD version of it. But I want to show off some LASERDISCs also that I've been watching that are the LASERDISC counterpart to some new Blu-rays and 4Ks that have been released. So I'm just going all the way back to watch a very not good looking print compared to the new 4K, but I just it reminded me of the LASERDISC, so I wanted to watch it. So anyways, so the movie I'm talking about is a movie called The Devil and Daniel Webster. Really interesting movie. It stars Walter Houston. He plays Old Scratch, the devil himself. Super cool. I popped in this LASERDISC. This is the Criterion release of it. It came out in 1991. So this is from 1991. And then when Criterion went to doing DVDs, it was released as a DVD also. But I put this in. I mean, it's a great movie, but man, the picture and stuff really needed a boost and stuff. It's not as good as, maybe I'm spoiled now watching 4Ks and Blu-rays that look really sharp and everything, but this is going way back to 1991. You got some fuzz and contrast is kind of, but anyways, it's all about the movie. This has an audio essay by Bruce Elder, or is it Elder? Eder. Bruce Eder, with Stephen Smith. So that's what's worth having. This is that commentary. Now the commentary may have went to the DVD version when Criterion put it out, but I don't have that particular edition on DVD. But anyways, so that was the LASERDISC. So this is a DVD version I got. Getting the Criterion version of it, I had problems finding it, and then when I did find it, it was just way overpriced. So I went ahead and went to the good old UK, where you can find really good deals actually. And this was released by Screenbound, which is a UK company, and I got it on DVD, Devil and Daniel Webster, which had a much better picture, even being DVD and everything, and not restored. I think they just did a digital scan, but it looks much better compared to the DVD. So that's my kind of go-to right now. It'd be nice if they put it out on Blu-ray and a 4K restoration of it, and maybe if they could find some of the edited stuff in it, it would be great. But let me talk about it just a little bit to give you some idea about it. This was a movie released in 1941 by RKO. It's the same year, same studio. Citizen Kane came out, was a big to-do. It may have got overshadowed a little bit in that year because that was, 1941. RKO was going through some transition. They were getting ready to switch studio heads, and everything was kind of on the back burners and stuff, and it wasn't a good time to be a filmmaker at RKO. And Orson Welles found that out the next year in 1942 when they really just butchered the Magnificent Ambersons. which that's a whole nother story in itself. But some of the crew and technicians that worked on this, you got cinematography by Joseph August, which is just, wow, amazing stuff. Let's see, it's directed and produced by William Dietery. I can't pronounce his name. I don't know why. But he's famous. He came over from Germany. I think he previously worked on like Faust, I believe. He's kind of part of that whole group in Germany with Fritz Lang and Murnau and everybody. So and then he came over here, and he's a big name. Like when I grew up young watching Hollywood classics and stuff, I would see his name all the time, and I had no idea he was part of the German expressionist movement and everything in Germany and stuff. I had no idea, and I found that out later on, just in the last couple of years, actually, believe it or not. Robert Wise was the editor. He would go on to be a celebrated director. Such classics as The Day the Earth Stood Still, Sound of Music, tons of stuff he made. And he was also brought in to help butcher the Magnificent Ambersons, unfortunately. And I believe, didn't he edited Citizen Kane too, I believe. So he was a really good editor and stuff, and he eventually moved up to directing and stuff. So it also has a great score, musical score by Bernard Herrmann, and it's one of his first scores. I'm not sure if it's his actual first movie score or if it was one of his first ones, but that kind of put him on the map. And I mean, if you watch this movie, you're going to have the music in your head, especially the opening themes and stuff like that. And there's times in the movie where there's no music at all. You know, they just let it play, they're acting and stuff, and then, you know, it gets more dramatic. So it's not a big score, but it's definitely memorable to me. And then some of the stars in it, you got Walter Houston as the devil. You got Edward Arnold as Daniel Webster. Now, Edward Arnold is somebody that I've kind of took for granted over the years. But recently I saw a movie with him in it called Come and Get It, directed by William Wyler, and from 1936. And it famously had Frances Farmer in it before she went batshit. But his performance in that movie is great. It really opened my eyes to his acting abilities and stuff. But he's been in a bunch of stuff, a lot of Frank Capra movies and everything. But he's really good. He's good in this. But I definitely recommend Come and Get It if you ever get a chance. We got Jane Darwell as Mrs. or as Milestone as the mom. And then Belle, who's part of the devil, creates this. I don't know if she's a demon or she's just a something. The devil put her there to tempt Jabez Stone, who is the man of the farm and everything. And it's played by Simone, who's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. You may remember her from Cat People, the 42. She would do that the next year also for RKO, and she's just absolutely beautiful in her scenes and everything. And then, let's see, Jabez Stone, who's basically the man who's being tempted by the devil, is played by James Craig, which is somebody I haven't really heard. I can't really think of anything else I've seen him in, but one of the standouts on this is the audio commentary by Bruce Eder. So there you go, The Devil and Daniel Webster. And here's the DVD that you can get. Believe me, it looks great if you want to have an alternative to the Criterion version. But yeah, this definitely needs to come back out, restored, and everything, because it was cut. There's two. Oh, dropped my glasses. There's two I don't know if there's two prints, but when it first premiered, it was, I think, yeah, I think it has, they have put back a lot of it. I think it's at 140 minutes now. Prints after that was like 88 minutes, so they cut a lot out. So I think it's been mostly restored. So yeah, check that out. Really good movie. Now to the Laserdisc guys. Now, Criterion announced recently they're going to release this on 4K. This is a Terry Gilliam movie from '91. This is the Fisher King, and I just wanted to show the Laserdisc off. It's all, there's no comparison between this and even a Blu-ray, let alone a 4K. But it just had me thinking, you know, hey, I got that on Laserdisc. I'm going to get it out, kind of look at it and stuff. And it's a really nice release. It's a lot better looking than compared to, say, the Daniel Webster one I just showed. But yeah, it's a cool movie by Terry Gilliam, starring Robin Williams and Jeff, gosh, what's his name? How can I forget his name? Jeff Bridges. But yeah, the cast, it's got a great little cast of early 90s stars. You got Mercedes Ruehl, Amanda Plummer, what else we got? You got Harry Shearer. This is directed by Terry Gilliam, produced by Deborah Hill, who worked with John Carpenter a lot. Director of photography, Roger Pratt, and everything. But I won't go into explaining the story of the Fisher King. I'm not really recommending you go out and buy this, but to see the movie. So if you choose to get the 4K, and it's also being offered in a Blu-ray from Criterion, and I pre-ordered one of those. I think I'm going to go with just the Blu-ray. I think I'm going to skip over the 4K this time. But yeah, The Fisher King by Terry Gilliam. I remember it was a big hit at the time, and Robin Williams gave one of his best performances up to that time. It was kind of a dramatic, semi-comic role in that, so it's pretty good. Now, this was just released by Criterion recently in a 4K and Blu-ray release. This is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. Now, this is the original Criterion Laserdisc release, which was released in '92. It came out theatrically in 1989, and this would have been a $124 retail when this came out, because this is a deluxe. It's a full feature CAV, meaning there's 30 minutes on each side, which means more discs and everything. And usually when they would have something like that, they would have a gatefold, which is really, really nice. I don't know if I could get all of this on the screen, but yeah, it's a triple gatefold. I mean, it's absolutely cool as I can all get out here. It's just so cool. I mean, that's one of the reasons I've held on to it. I remember when this movie was released back then, and I was, you know, pretty excited about it. But sometimes, you know, when I watch it, it's got so much to it. It's such a, you know, awesome movie. The set design, the production design, the characters, the script, all the people that, you know, show up in this movie and stuff. And it was quite an epic, imaginative movie from Terry Gilliam. I mean, this was epic at the time, and it's still, to look at this is just like, wow, how did they do all of this? I don't even know if this could be done today. If they did, it would be all CGI. It wouldn't look the same, but you got all the stuff in here. You got all the practical effects. You got a lot of explosions, stuff like that. Robin Williams returns. He's in this. John Neville plays Baron Munchausen. It's got a film debut for Sarah Polley. Monty Python alum Eric Idle shows up. And let me see, does somebody else from... No, I think he's the only one. Yeah, Eric Idle. You got Oliver Reed. He shows up in this movie. Winston Dennis. You got Jack Purvis. Jonathan Pryce, who was in Gilliam's Brazil. Uma Thurman, a very young Uma Thurman, is in this. And even the singer Sting shows up in this, from The Police and his own celebrated solo career. So there you go, The Ventures of Baron Munchausen. It's just a ginormous ball of fun. It really is. You know, Terry Gilliam sometimes is hard to take. Sometimes he's such an over-the-top director, but he's one of our only remaining directors who's kind of a throwback to the old days of Hollywood, where they're this director that just, you know, is egomaniac and just everything he talks about costs $1 million. He's kind of like the Eric von Stroheim of the day or something, you know. He's done all this stuff, and all his movies are always got a big, you know, interesting backstory to it and everything. So yeah, so there you go. I recommend Baron Munchausen. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm getting ready to, so you'll probably see that in a future video. And finally, guys, I was talking about the lovely Simone Simon. I always just call her Simone. I don't think she'll mind. This was a movie that she was that she did the year after The Devil and Daniel Webster. This is the Criterion Laserdisc of Cat People, and there she is on the cover. I just thought I would show this off. I popped it in the other day and watched it. I have this on DVD, and I believe it's on Blu-ray, and I haven't upgraded to that yet. But Cat People is, I don't even know, I have to even tell you guys how good it is and influential it is. I mean, of course, it was made, directed by Jacques Tourneur, for the legendary producer Val Lewton. It's photographed by Nick Muscula. Looks like mascara, but it's not. You know who I'm talking about. He went on to be a great director. I'm sorry I butchered your name, sir. And cast of characters. Of course, you got Simone, Simon. Great cast. I'm not going to read all of them, guys, but really good. I mean, such an influential horror / dramatic movie. I mean, it's quick. It's a quick little movie. I think it's like 73 minutes. So just thought I would throw that out there. I mean, of course, it's on Blu-ray. I would recommend you get that edition, but it just had the lovely Simone Simon, aka Simone. And so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Just thought I would kind of mix it up a little bit and stuff. But yeah, I recommend you check out The Devil and Daniel Webster. If not for anything else, the photography. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful photography, black and white photography in it and stuff. That's what always drew me into it. Plus, Walter Houston's performance as the devil is great. Also, Edward Arnold is really good. He plays Daniel Webster. So yeah, check those out. I just thought I would throw some stuff out there. I thought it was kind of interesting to show you the Laserdisc version of, say, Baron Munchausen when it just came out by Criterion. So I just thought, trying to be clever, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, but something new I want to do. A lot of the newer copies of stuff I get comes with a digital code, so you can download the movie digitally. And most of the time I threw them away, mostly I give them to my son, who downloads stuff. He's the digital boy in the house. But if he doesn't want that, I usually have it. Or if he can't download it, I'm stuck with it. So it ends up getting thrown away. So what I'm thinking about, I'm going to start giving those out on these episodes. So the first person that can download it, it's yours. You can have it. So if anybody else tries it and it doesn't work, obviously someone else got it, and I apologize if it doesn't work, but it's first come, first serve. So on this episode, I'm going to give you the digital code for The Crow. I recently got that for Christmas, the Blu-ray of it, which I'd never had a Blu-ray of The Crow, and this is the digital code to it. So I'll put this on the screen, blown up a little bit. I'll maybe just put the numbers, type the numbers out for you to see. So there you go, the Crow, absolutely free. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, guys. Check out my crazy videos that I make. And until next time, guys, have a good one, and I will see you later.